Hi guys, welcome to episode number 33 of Fashionpreneur Talk with Gitana Styling Podcast. How are you guys today? How is your fashion business? If you don't know me, I am Sandra. I am a fashion stylist and a business consultant. This podcast is about having genuine conversations about fashion entrepreneurship and getting your questions answered. If you have any questions for us, please send them to info@gitanastyling.com. Gitana is Gitana styling.com. You can also hang out with us inside our free Facebook group, the Fashion Entrepreneur Club Hangout. I will leave a link below in case you're interested. We always host events, answer questions, hang out in there, and collaborate with amazing people. Also, remember that we have an Etsy store where you can look for, workbooks and planners to build a successful fashion business. And we also have an online program, the Fashion Business Online Incubator, if you need more guidance, support to build that successful fashion business. So today, I have an incredible guest with me here today, and we're going to talk about our personal style and image in business. Her name is Heather Chapplain. She's a brand and style coach. Her mission is to get you visible with style and increase your visibility so you can shine online. She has been involved in the style and fashion world for a long time, and one of the things that she's most passionate about is helping women show up as their best self by creating a signature capsule wardrobe that allows them to be effortlessly chic and confident every day, and also to be camera ready. Heather, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you, Sandra. I'm really, really excited to be here. I'm so excited to be here. It's an honor, really.
This was long due. I wanted to bring you to the podcast for a long time now. And finally, we made it happen. I met Heather through her amazing event, Be Camera Ready Now. We've been doing things together, and she has an amazing community. And I think she was, the right person to come and talk to you guys about this topic. She's a stylist like myself, but she really focuses in the branding and the confidence part, which I love. So I really wanted to bring her in and share her expertise with you guys. So thank you, Heather, for being here. Tell the audience a little bit more about your business and about yourself, please.
Okay. I'm a mother of 3 adult children and a GG to 1 grandson, and I have 2 grandbabies on the way, a girl, and I'm not sure about the other one yet. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm already putting together little outfits for them.
I love it.
Yeah. My passion is helping women shine with confidence by elevating their style and helping them to be comfortable in front of the camera. We do this by creating a signature look that aligns with their values, their brand, and their lifestyle. And what it does is it gives them confidence to show up online, to get in front of the camera, and to be truly who they are. And that's what it's all about for me. I really want to help them gain the visibility and the recognition online that they so deserve.
Totally. I totally agree with that. And, in your opinion, how important is for us to have a positive self-image, especially for us entrepreneurs,
Yeah, self-image is the most important thing for a female entrepreneur to have. And self-image does not start in the mirror. Mm-hmm. Self-image starts in the mind. And so the first thing that we need to do is look at any stumbling blocks or mindset blocks. I have worked with women that fall apart when they walk into their closet because there's things in there, right? There's a lot of emotions tied up in our clothing, and we might not think that there is, but there really, really is. I had one lady I was working with, and she couldn't go in because there were things there that her husband had given her, and he had passed away, and know if she could let them go and that kind of thing. Or maybe someone said something to you like, well, that color doesn't look good on you. And so you don't incorporate that color. So we look at things that are blocking you. And when you can get your self-image into a good, positive place, you become unstoppable. and your
Totally.
stores. And for me, it's the most important thing is the self-image and the mindset. That's where it starts.
Totally. And, I see it all the time, the negative self-image, because there's about having a positive one, but then there's the negative one. If you have a negative self-image, it really holds us back, especially in business, especially in the age that we're in right now. In what ways do you see this negative self-image showing up and stopping us in different things in business?
A negative self-image is I've seen it stop women up from going for a job promotion. They want putting something out on the market because they don't feel that they can do it. They don't feel worthy. They feel like they don't have the wisdom or the knowledge to do it when really they do. It's just that they get I've experienced it.
Oh, totally. Yeah, me too.
So up in our heads about everything.
Yeah.
And it can be a comment, or we can see an image on Instagram or anything like that. And it'll just pull us down if we let it. But if we can learn to manage our brains and manage our mind, then we're so much more able to show up with confidence. A negative self-image can keep you stuck for years. Honestly, I've seen it.
Totally. And I see, nowadays that we're taking so many pictures, for our social media, or maybe we have to show up live, we have to do an interview like we're doing right now. I feel like personal styling is something that really can help in this area. What do you have to say, from your expertise to our listeners?
Yeah, well, when we have our personal signature style figured out, and we can look in the mirror and feel really good with that reflection, it unleashes a power that you as a woman may not even be aware that you have. And by putting together a signature capsule wardrobe that suits you, not what society says, but suits you, your personal brand, and your personal values, because values are so important, especially in the fashion industry. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but values are very, very important. When you can build that capsule wardrobe, you're able to go into your closet in the morning and say you didn't sleep well. Well, that pulling out a few things to put together is going to be so much easier. You're not going to throw stuff on the bottom of the closet and end up in a pile of tears, frustrated because you don't know what to wear, because you've built a wardrobe. You've curated a wardrobe that is suitable to you. And one of the things that I recommend that a woman has in her wardrobe is at least one power outfit or one power piece. And that's the piece that you go to, especially on those days when you're maybe not feeling that confident, or maybe you're not feeling that well. It will just give you that extra oomph that you need, because you've mentally associated the piece with feeling powerful. And so the more that you do that, the more your brain is telling you, this is great on me. I look great. I can conquer the world.
Totally. For example, I have, the color black. I think black is amazing and it's so elegant and it's so chic, but there's some days I just cannot wear black. It's, and there's some days that I need to wear black. Like some days I just need to get ready to go out and everything. And I know black is going to solve it. And I just accessorize and I go, but there's some days you don't feel, you're a little depressed or you're really sad because of something. And then I just can't wear it. I need to wear a color that really, helps me and makes me feel good. It has such a big impact. People think it's really superficial, but it's not. It's really deep.
It's not. It's not really color, especially color. Color is so important. Like I've got a red necklace on. It just added something to what I'm wearing today. I have a yellow skirt on, a white tank top, and a red necklace. Very simple.
Yeah. Totally. And I see it, for example, we meet so many women, right? And they don't take care of their image, which is, I respect, whichever way people go with, but, they don't feel attractive. They don't feel confident. They don't do certain things. And like, how are you going to feel confident wearing something that makes you feel like that? You have to, it's just a simple, you put a nice pair of jeans that fit you well and a nice top and it just changes your whole day. It can be so, yeah, totally. So
New moms struggle with that a lot. New
go ahead.
moms,
Mhm.
right? They struggle with that a lot.
Yes.
And with being a new mom, you need clothing, number one, that are comfortable.
Totally. I agree.
Care for, but you can still put them together and still add those little things that they're going to be comfortable and practical and easy to do your childcare with.
Totally.
But you're still going to look good. You're not going to feel frumpy, because the worst thing for a woman is to feel frumpy.
Totally. Right? Yeah, there's some misconception that, whatever you wear, it has to be uncomfortable to look good. And it's not like that. And like you just mentioned, and even maybe you work from home and you're not going to be dressed to the nines and wearing a suit or anything like that, but you can wear something that is comfortable and it feels good and it makes you feel great. Or the example you just gave with the moms, or in whatever position you're, even if you're wearing a uniform every day to work, right? There's so many things you can do just to elevate yourself and feel so much better, right? So how can we combine, Heather, that personal style with that branding? How can we combine that and make it work?
I love this question. It's my favorite thing to talk about. Style and branding and bringing them together. So often when we hear the word branding, we think the colors on our website, the fonts that we use, and any clip art that we add in. And that's all well and good, and that is part of it. But our values and our intentions are just as much a part of that. And so is our style. And our style and our brand is so much more than just what we put on our clothing or what we put up on our website. It's also how we present ourselves, how we carry ourselves, how we speak, how we interact. All of these things come into play with style and branding, and an easy way to incorporate your brand into style and in for photo shoots, so that if you're around and you're doing your business and you just want to take a few shots, having one of your brand colors incorporated into your wardrobe, something as simple as a necklace, a bracelet, and one tank top, just having simple little pieces like that, and you can make it look branded. And the clothing can also, it tells a story about you.
Totally.
And it tells a story about how you feel about yourself and how you feel in the world. So it can also tell a story about your brand.
Totally. I totally agree with that. And again, going back to this age that we're living in, where we are online all the time, whether it's a picture or a video or even audio, whatever it is, there's elements in there that tell stories to people all the time. And sometimes I feel people get a little caught up in the thing that, oh, it doesn't look professional, or it's not, the quality is not great enough. But no matter where you are in that, maybe you're just starting out, maybe you're in the middle of your progress in business, or maybe you're already at a different level, you can always, especially with colors, with branding, with what you're talking about with the style, can really tell that story, combine those elements, and do it in a way that people know, oh, that's that person, that's that business, that's what they're all about, no matter where you are in your journey.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to, I know that economics can come into it, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's one of the things I tell clients, and I tell the ladies in my Facebook group a lot, is that you can start building your signature capsule wardrobe right with what you already have.
Totally.
And there's so many great vintage shops that you can go to, or online. There's so many. you can do things in an affordable way. There are so many
Totally.
ways to do workarounds. There's also one of the things that I personally love to do is if I have a piece that I haven't worn in a while,
Mhm.
or I have a piece that I bought and I was all pumped up because I thought, oh, yes, yes, and then I never wear it.
Mhm.
I look at it from a designer's perspective
Mhm.
and I think, okay, what else can I do with this? Right?
Mhm.
An example was a green dress. I had a jumper dress and I didn't, it was too long, so I was never wearing it. I took it to the tailor, and
Uh-huh.
even though I have a tailor because I cannot measure my own clothes properly on myself.
Mhm.
And I got it tailored and I put it to just graze my knee. Then I could wear it, and I wore it
Awesome.
all kinds of ways. So there's things that you can do with what you already have by
Totally.
taking it to a good tailor, and those are your options, right?
Yeah, totally. I say it because a lot of, entrepreneurs who are just starting out in this journey, especially they feel very, intimidated because you're in the fashion industry, so they feel even more like, oh, I have to look a certain way or anything. So I just wanted to point that out that totally, I agree with you. You can definitely do it no matter where you are. If you're starting out, if maybe economics are not that good right now, whatever it is,
Yeah.
you can make it happen. So Heather, tell them a little bit more about, I said in the beginning that you create a signature capsule wardrobe and you talk a little bit about it in our first question. Tell them how that process works. How do you help them, find those pieces and get them camera ready?
Okay, well, what we do is, like I've mentioned, we look at their values, their style, their brand. We look at the economics part of it, and then we curate a specific number of pieces
Mhm.
for that individual. 12 is the lowest number I work with. I go up to 21, 28. It depends on the person.
Okay.
And what that base capsule wardrobe is
Mhm.
we build it with colors that suit you, cuts that suit you,
Mhm.
and a portion of the pieces will be more neutral in color, and a portion of the pieces will be more add-on colors.
Mhm.
Now, maybe for someone, they're very quiet and they don't want big, loud colors. So
Mhm.
their capsule wardrobe's going to be more neutral.
Okay.
But let's say we have a vivacious lady full of life, and
Mhm.
the thought of wearing neutral colors, well, she just can't handle that. Well, her neutral look is going to have more colors in it that are interchangeable. And then we have a few add-on pieces, and these add-on pieces are there so that you can take those capsule pieces and have them into evening wear, office wear, day wear, around the house. An example of one of those kind of pieces would be a base kimono. You can take a kimono if you get the right style in the right kind of fabric and color, and it can go from the beach
Mhm.
to getting out of the shower
Yeah.
to putting it over a little black dress at night with a belt. And those are your add-on pieces. And we dive into accessories and shoes and bags and things like that. I like to keep it as narrow and as streamlined as possible,
Mhm.
and then have those fun pieces that come in for those pops of color and those things that shout maybe retro or
Yeah.
rock and roll or whatever.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
It's kind of, a lot of people think you can only do this when you travel, but you can actually apply the same concept to your whole wardrobe, right? To your whole life. Just like when you travel, you try to bring things that are multi-purpose that you can,
Yeah.
use in different ways for space or anything. You can do the exact same thing with your wardrobe, which I love how you explain it because it's so easy to understand and grasp. So I can talk to you about this stuff forever. We can talk about this stuff,
I
it's
love it.
so much fun. Um, well, I just wanted to know, what inspired you to get into this path and help women in this way? I know that, you've talked about when I participated with you in different conversations and stuff, you talk about you used to design also, and you had a brand where you painted and did different things. You're very artistic and very creative. What inspired you to take this path and focus on this?
Okay, I've always been passionate about helping other women from the youngest age that I can remember.
Mhm.
I got into modeling when I was 16, and by the time I was 18, I was teaching self-improvement, runway, photography, wardrobe, makeup, all of that stuff.
Mhm.
I spoke at schools and conferences and women's groups, and I've done all of that. But the main thing that drives me is to help women to break free from anything that is holding them back. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I've been sober more years than I care to admit. Like
Amazing.
30 some odd years.
Woohoo. Mhm.
I grew up in a very trauma-filled childhood. I've been through sexual assault.
Mhm.
I've battled major depression because of those things.
Mhm.
And it's those things that can lock you up and prevent you from becoming your most feminine, and I use that word strongly, feminine,
Mhm.
powerful self.
Mhm.
And it's when I can help women get past those blocks,
Mhm.
any blocks that they have,
Mhm.
and I see that light turn on in their eye,
Mhm.
that little smile comes to their face, and there's that light. There's nothing like it for me. I get goosebumps when I talk about it because that's what it's about for me.
Totally.
That's what it's about. It's not about anything else for me except getting behind, beside, and
Mhm.
helping women to break free from the strongholds that are holding them back. And the most powerful and quickest way to do that
Mhm.
is with fashion and clothing.
I agree 100%, and I commend you for everything you just said. You know, there's a lot of work that happens behind the scenes internally, right? That there's a lot of stuff you have to deal with and emotions and things you have to go through. But like, I agree with you. The fastest way to do this is with fashion, because once you look at yourself in a different way, everything just starts changing, and those internal things start changing too.
Mhm.
So it's wonderful. Heather, where can people connect with you and contact you and have more conversations with you?
The first place you can go is if you go to my website, the Female Entrepreneur Style Society.com, and you're on the homepage. Up in the right-hand corner, there's a get on the list button. Hit that and you can get on our monthly newsletter. I don't email out a lot, only when there's special occasions, but we do put out a monthly newsletter. In that newsletter, you will get an invite to our private closed Facebook group. And that's the best place to get to know me. In there, you will see me doing lives on a weekly basis. We do Friday features for our members, and I do a once a month coaching call in there. And that's the best place to see if we would be a good fit to work together.
Okay, and I'm in that group. It's an amazing group, amazing women in there, very kind and very professional, and a lot of talent in there. And there's camaraderie. People really help each other out. So I'll make sure to leave all those links below for you guys so you can join and get to know Heather, because really she's amazing. So thank you so much, Heather, for being here with me today. Are there any last thoughts or anything you want to share with our listeners?
I have been following Sandra for years. I've been admiring her from a distance, and she is such an example of a strong and devoted young woman. And she is an inspiration to me, and you're lucky to have her in your life.
Oh, thank you, Heather.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you. Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you
Welcome.
for being here, and thank you for sharing your amazing expertise. I hope you guys enjoy it and contact her and get to know her, because really it's good. It's gonna be it can be really life transforming. So thank you again. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. If you like this podcast, please let us know. Send us an email, a message, like it, share it, subscribe. And yeah, if you have any questions, like we always say, email us, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you, Heather, and bye guys. Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Bye.